Good morning. How are we doing?
Just woke up.
I hear ya. I hear ya. How are the storms? Everybody weather the storms okay? I had a few reports of internet issues, but not too many.
I slept through them.
Oh yeah? Yeah, well, I
Yeah.
have a budding meteorologist and a husband incredibly interested in weather, so I got a play-by-play. And I think we
Of
had
course.
I'm pretty sure every TV, like finally I said, could we limit the number of TVs that we have this on? I just need you to tell me when to come to the basement. That's all. So I got a lot of work done during that time. So that was good. It was very good. So we've still got some people coming in. Puppy. One day I'm going to show you guys my puppies. Did I show you one day? I need to get a picture of that. Those of you that have your mute on, if you could just type into the chat that you can hear me, that would be super helpful. I just like to know that my audio is working and that you can hear me. We got lots and lots of stuff to talk about today, so lots and lots of stuff. So if I can get some, oh, perfect. Thank you. Thank you both for letting me know that. I just like to make sure that I am being heard. Okay. Awesome. So how's it going? How are we feeling? Do you feel like you know exactly what you're supposed to be doing? Are the lectures working for you? How are things going? And you can type in at any point during the session. You can type in at any point. PowerPoints, any feedback, are they going okay? Okay. So if you're drowning or if anything is crazy, you can email me privately, you can come to my Zoom office hours, any of those things, and we can figure it out. I promise we can figure it out. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. As always, feel free to type questions throughout the whole time. So anytime a question comes up, just go ahead and type it, and we'll do that. So I'm going to share my screen, and that takes just a second. And I need to get the chat up so I can see what you guys are saying to me. And then we are going to start with our weekly assignments. Okay, so I've gone ahead and included everything that you should have been working on since spring break. Okay, I anticipate that a lot of the previous materials since spring break you have already taken care of. Okay, I'm hopeful of that. I kind of did a check-in last week to see where people were on the homework and sent some emails out. So I'm hopeful that a lot of that is done. I will tell you that I would encourage you to have all of your Chapter 3 homework done before you take the Chapter 3 quiz. Okay, before you take the Chapter 3 quiz, I would encourage you to have all of the Chapter 3 homework done. So let's talk about this week. There is one topic this week, and it's kind of just a couple little things from Chapter 7. It's systems of equations. Typically, students do incredibly well with systems of equations because they remember it. They remember substitution and elimination and graphing, and students typically go through it pretty quickly. We are going to do systems of 3 unknowns. The systems of 3 unknowns is not on your test. It will only be on your project. It's number 10 on your project. So the systems of 3 unknowns, that's when you have an X, a Y, and a Z. That is what we will talk about that this week. So be sure to watch that video lecture. I'll get it recorded and get it posted. But I would focus on chapter 3 first. Chapter 3 first. There will be, for chapter 7, there will be a traditional PowerPoint, and it'll talk about systems of 2 unknowns, and we'll go through that. Then there will be a shorter video that is using an electronic website to show you how to solve systems of equations with more than 2 unknowns, 3 or more. And we are going to do that electronically, and we're going to interpret what we get when we're doing that electronically. So be sure that you pay attention to both of those videos this week, and that is important for your project. That's very important for your project. Now, make a note on your homework chapter 7, and I'm sure that I will still get emails about that. On your homework chapter 7, there are 2 numbers that are for no credit. Numbers 24 and 25 do not count against you. Okay? They are for no credit. The reason that I included 24 and 25 is in case you want to try to figure out the bonus on your project. Okay? 24 and 25 relate to your bonus on your project. There's a video and there's some discussion about that. So that is a bonus question. So please make a note that if you get to 24 and 25 on your homework, those are not for points. So if you get through 23, then you've gotten them all right and you've gotten 100 on the homework. Okay, so I want you to make a note of that. Now, we also need to talk about your quiz. You have a quiz this week in WebAssign. There are some things that I want you to be aware of with your quiz. Okay, I want to time it, and I have to time it just to keep it secure. I did have a couple of concerns from students about the hour and a half, and that sometimes WebAssign is a little weird and all of that kind of stuff. So what I have decided to do is I have decided to give you a 2-hour time limit on the quiz. That is double what WebAssign says it should take. Okay, they're all questions you've seen before. They're very straightforward. There's 15 questions on the quiz. So you should have plenty of time to finish that. If you are a DSS student, you will get your extended time as well. Okay, so I think that time limit is going to be more than enough. I will also do that for the test. Now, the quiz, you will have 2 attempts per problem. And I do that just so you can get used to putting the answer in correctly. And you'll know immediately if you get it wrong, and then you'll just go back and you'll be able to correct it right then. Okay, so you do get 2 attempts per problem. You do not have the resources though. You don't have the watch the video, you don't have the read it in the book or ask a tutor. So you don't have those resources, but you do have 2 attempts. Okay, so I just want to make sure that you've got everything that you need for that. I think that you will find it pleasant, as much as a quiz can be pleasant, but I think that you will find the parameters that I've set as very liberal in helping you be successful. But don't hesitate if you've got some concerns. Definitely don't hesitate to email me with those, especially as we prepare for a test next week. So next week, you've got a busy week. Okay, April 21st, that is when your project's due, and I'm going to walk through how to do CAM scanner and Dropbox for you in our video right now. All your homework is due on Friday, and your test is due next Friday. This is a week and a half from now, and then your final exam will be due the following Thursday. So I'm hopeful that you have been working on your project and kind of going through that. This week, we will focus on number 10 on your project, as well as the extra credit. Although I don't give you a ton of information about the extra credit, I do give you some resources about the extra credit. So any questions about what this week looks like for you? Any questions? And you certainly can type questions at any point that you need to. Okay, so let's go into WebAssign. So here's WebAssign. Here is your new assignment for this week, Math 144, Chapter 7. Okay, your target due date on that is the 20th. That's a week from yesterday. I'm hopeful that most of these assignments have been done. I strongly encourage you to do your chapter 3 homework before. I just have a question on when does the quiz open. I just posted it, so it's already open. So you have it now. Now, one thing about the quiz is you do have to finish it as soon as you open it, okay? So when you click on it, it will say you get one setting. And if you can see my screen right now, you can see the time running right up here. Okay, and I just want to show you two. So let's go to this one. Okay, so let's say I put in x equals 1 for this problem right here, and I submit the answer and I get it wrong. Okay, I've immediately been told that it's wrong, so I can go back in and I can try again and submit a different answer. So there I've got 3 right there. If I get it wrong the second time, then it grays it out and I don't have another chance for it. Okay, so you have 2 attempts on every quiz. You can talk to each other. You may also use Desmos on your quiz. I know that for tests in the past, you haven't been allowed to use Desmos, but the way that our format is now, you're going to be allowed to use Desmos on your test. You're not allowed to use any other problem-solving websites, but you will be allowed to use Desmos on your test. So that's what your quiz looks like right there. 15 questions, okay, a couple graphing ones, and if you want to use Desmos for that, you can. And the quiz is open now. So between now and Friday at midnight is when you can do that quiz. Okay, and then we also have the rest of your homework. So you've got 5 sections of homework from the last couple of weeks. Okay, and we are winding down. So here's your Canvas screen right here. Here's our class overview for assignments right here. That's what I had pulled up. Quiz, homework, test, all that kind of stuff. Here is your PowerPoint that goes along with Chapter 7. Your video will be posted right here. Now, your final project is due next Tuesday, and I'll start grading those right after I get those. You will be turning that into a Dropbox. I haven't set up that Dropbox yet. The thing that's a little bit more confusing to students is how to use CAM Scanner. That is what's a little bit more confusing for students. So I am going to stop sharing and you are going to see me again. So you should be able to see me. Okay, so grab your phones, or if you're not on your phone, that's okay. So here's my phone right here. Okay, if you have an Android or if you have a iPhone, this app exists on both. Okay, so you are going to search for CAM Scanner, SCANNER. Okay, CAM Scanner. There it is. That's what you want. Okay, this is how you're going to submit your project. When you download it, you do not need to create an account for CAM Scanner. You do not need to create an account. When you open CAM Scanner to scan your documents, it's going to look like this right here. That's what it's going to look like. Okay? CAM Scanner, CAMSCANNER. Okay? And let me actually show you the icon one more time, just so you can see what it looks like. The little, whoops, I've lost it. Where's work? There it is. Okay? So it's the one that says CS. That's what it looks like. CAM Scanner. And if you've got a scanner at your house and you want to use the scanner, that's fine. But what I need is I need one document, one PDF document. I don't want 15 pages. I want one PDF document. So you are going to touch this button right here. Okay. That's the camera button. So you are actually going to take pictures of it. Now, you're going to have a choice between single and batch. Single and batch, okay? You want to do batch because you are going to have lots of pages, okay? So you are going to slide it over to where it says batch, okay? Then what you're going to do is you are going to take your project, you are going to lay it down flat on a piece of paper, or not on a piece of paper, on a desk, okay? So I have mine laying flat on a dark green desk, okay? And I am going to take it, I'm going to put the camera above it, and I am going to take a picture of that whole page, okay? And I'm going to do all of the pages, okay? So you're going to have 6, 8, you're going to have lots of pages for this, okay? And you want to take a picture of all the individual pages, okay? So go through the whole thing. Then you're going to look, it's going to say you've got 4 pages right there, okay? So when you're done, you're going to click on that 4 pages right there, and then it's going to give you a preview. And you want to preview to make sure that the whole page is in that picture, okay? You want to preview to make sure the whole page is in that picture. So, and if you can see on mine, it's not. Do you see how it's not the whole page? You've got that green box kind of up like this. I am going to pull that green box down so that I get my entire page. Okay, and then I'm going to hit the check mark because it's correct. And then you scroll through it to make sure, and see there's a page that's not correct. Okay, so I hit re-edit. Okay, and then I pull the pages, I pull that green box to make sure that whole page is in it. And once I've got it correct, I'm going to hit that button. And then I'm going to go to the next page and check it. Okay. Okay, this one looks good. And this one looks good. Okay, now that I'm done, I'm going to hit this arrow up here. I'm going to go back. Okay, and I should be looking at smaller pages. Okay, and if it's more than 4 pages, you know, you can scroll up and make sure all your pages are there. Make sure all your pages are there and make sure they can be seen. Then right here it says email. Do not email it to me. Do not email it to me. Okay? You're going to email it as a PDF to yourself. Email it to yourself. Okay? So it shows up. You're going to email it to yourself. Okay? And you've got it right here as a PDF. So at that point, you email it to yourself. And once you get it, you are going to save it to your computer, preferably by your name, although once you upload it to the Dropbox, it'll be associated with you. And then you turn it into the Dropbox. Do not email it to me. Turn it into the Dropbox so that I can grade it in the Dropbox. And that is how you turn in your project, okay? So I just want you to know how to use Cam Scanner. The big thing is I really do need one document. I need one document. I don't need 10 different pictures. I need one document, and Cam Scanner is how you do it, okay? I've had students in the past test Cam Scanner and just make sure that they know how to do it ahead of time. And if they run into any problems, then you definitely want to come see me during office hours so that we can walk through that together. I mean, if you have any trouble at all, just say, hey, Alicia, I want to do the Cam Scanner with my project during your office hours. And you and I can talk just like this to get it uploaded during my office hours for that. Okay, so that's not a problem at all. Okay, questions on that, on how to use Cam Scanner, and you can use any PDF app that you want to. You don't have to use Cam Scanner. Cam Scanner is the one that I've used for a long time. So Cam Scanner is the one that I use. But you can use any app that turns it into a PDF. There's lots of apps out there that turn it into a PDF. It's free. Do not create an account. None of those things. Okay? You can just create it. You just download the app. You don't need, I've been using it for probably 5 years and I've never created an account. Okay, so let me make sure I've got everything that I wanted to talk about today. Your PowerPoint. Okay, I think we're in good shape. Now, before we meet next week, so when we meet next Tuesday, you will have access to your practice test for Chapter 5 and Chapter 7, and you will have access to the practice final exam. We don't meet until Tuesday of the final exam week, and so I want you to have that practice final exam earlier than the Tuesday of the final exam week. So you can expect to see that practice exam, that practice final exam and your practice test both by next week's meeting. Okay? What do you need? What can I do? Cam Scanner look okay? Anything you need from me? Okay, that sounds good. So be sure that you do your Chapter 3 homework first before you take the quiz. You have 120 minutes on the quiz, and you have 2 attempts on each question on the quiz. You can talk to each other. You can use your notes, and you can use Desmos on your quiz. Okay? Okay, contact me at any point if you need anything. I'm happy to help. And I will talk to you guys soon. Okay? Bye, guys. You're very welcome.